It is a welterweight showdown between Colby Covington and Dustin Poirier. All right, so here he is, one of the best lightweights in the world, Dustin Poirier, putting that status on the line yet again here tonight. Great frame for this lightweight division. It's amazing to think he had as much success at featherweight as he did. Long arms, good footwork, nice submissions as well. This is truly a five-tool player.
Yes, he's one of the best fighters in the lightweight division, and it shows every time he steps foot in the octagon. And a victims list that includes Eddie Alvarez, Justin Gaethje, Max Holloway. You know when you're looking at Dustin Poirier that he is one of the best fighters in the UFC's lightweight division and has the frame to compete up, and he's shown that before he was a featherweight, so a guy that may compete over 3 weight classes over his UFC's career.
And we remind you, when he faced Max Holloway at UFC 236 for the interim lightweight title, Holloway came in with a 13-fight winning streak that Poirier promptly ended that fateful night in Atlanta, Georgia. Well, sometimes lost in the shuffle of all that is Colby Covington, we don't talk enough about just how elite a welterweight this is. Realized the UFC interim welterweight title back in the day, and he's a guy who many people believe on any given Saturday night, he can be the top 170-pound fighter in the world.
Absolutely, and it's the work ethic. It's the work ethic of Colby Covington that stands out. When I was at Oklahoma State as a coach, we wanted to recruit Colby Covington out of junior college because he was such a phenomenal workhorse. Everybody recognized it from day one, and when you watch it in his approach to his fights, he fights in that very same way. He's in your face, he's grabbing you, he's clinching you, he's taking you down, and he'll even stand and strike and throw big shots with you as the fight progresses. Don't mistake the talk for a guy that cannot back it up with actions. Colby Covington is a savage.
Fear is not a factor for Colby Chaos Covington.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. When the action begins, our referee in charge, Herb Dean. And now, this is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the sold-out United Center in Chicago, Illinois. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a boxer holding a professional record of 27 wins, 6 losses, and 1 no contest. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 155 pounds. Fighting out of Coconut Creek, Florida, USA, Dustin the Diamond Poirier. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a wrestler holding a professional record of 16 wins, 2 losses. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Colby Chaos Covington.
You've been given your instructions in the dressing room. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions. We will have a clean fight. Touch gloves, let's make it official.
Ready.
All right, so here we go, round 1 of this highly anticipated tilt between the strong striker and the decorated grappler. Any chance that these guys mix it up, or are you just expecting they're going to stick to what got them to the dance?
I'm expecting a pretty straightforward approach from both of these fighters. The striker will try to lead with his punches and his kicks, and the grappler will try to time a takedown, time a clinch position so he can start to work towards a lot of those great judo throws that he possesses. Once on the ground, he is in his realm and will start to chase submission.
Well, perhaps a sign of things to come as he lands a kick there.
Nice kick landed by the punch. Left hand punch from the clinch. Oh, that was nice, John. That was nice. What a takedown attempt.
Oh, looks like he's countering here with maybe a Von Flue. He's got the side mount. And now all of a sudden his opponent's in trouble. May want to bail on that guillotine sooner rather than later. Not tapping out tonight. Side control now, and certainly I would think more offensive options for the bottom fighter than in the half guard.
Absolutely more offensive options, because now you can just start to get away. You can just go to a wrestler stand-up. Get to your knees, post your hands, don't allow him to get his hooks in, right? Really be aware of the hooks. But get to your hands, stand up, fight the hands, break away and escape. But it's so much more free-flowing than a half guard in the side control, because all you need to do is just get the opponent's body up, because his legs, now he's attacking the triangle.
Triangle looks pretty tight, DC. I'm no Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, but maybe not good here.
No, it looks like it's getting in deep. Watch triangle, watch triangle. There he is, he's moving to the finishing position. Now watch him go parallel.
Nicely done. All right, well, both fighters pretty comfortable on the ground, DC, but you got to be very careful hanging out here for too long if you're his opponent. All right, so pretty good damage here with the ground and pound. Nothing superficial about these strikes. They are intending to harm.
Oh, yeah, he's landing very accurately, and he's landing to get damage on.
Strong bottom work here, staying busy. All right, bottom fighter here, maybe looking to hip escape, DC. All right, so you got to be careful playing on the ground with this guy. You don't want to mess around for too long.
Right now, it looks like he may be trying to set up an arm triangle choke. He needs to secure the left arm, push it across, and secure it with his head. Watch triangle, watch triangle.
And he's out. Well, hard to win fights in mixed martial arts from the bottom, but nice work here in that position by Covington. The horn sounds for the end of round one. All right, a lot of tremendous striking action in that last round, DC. I know you don't have a telestrator, but take us through the replay.
I mean, I would love to have my telestrator right now. That was a great display of high-level mixed martial arts striking. Both combatants stood toe-to-toe and let it all hang out.
All right, DC's back from the can as we get this next round underway, and his striking in that previous round was so good. I got tired just watching that.
I mean, he did a great job of landing strikes. Not only the strikes, they were significant strikes. A lot of punches outside of the jab. I've gotten in trouble a lot of times about what's significant and what's not.
Right.
But I'm telling you, he landed a lot of punches that were very easy to make that determination.
Leave the stat guys alone.
Leave it alone, man. Over and over, I get in trouble.
Crazy accuracy and efficiency with these ground and pound strikes here, and if you're the opponent, you got to intelligently defend or the referee's going to stop
You
it.
got to defend, but you can see him now starting to gain posture, and the intensity at which he's throwing these ground strikes is starting to improve. It's starting to elevate because he knows that he can get the finish.
Posturing up now.
And now the damage is about to start.
All right, he's trying to control posture here. Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position up the bottom.
All right, half guard position here, DC. You have an extra hop in your step when you talk about fighters working out of this half guard.
Oh, man. I like half guard as a top fighter. I understand half guard as a bottom fighter. Don't want to be there. It's very dangerous. But if you are there, you have to be winning the position of the underhook. It opens up so many opportunities for you to either escape or sweep.
Beautiful movement, hip work on the ground here, just outstanding with the transitions.
He is not staying in one place on the ground, and that's very important.
Covington's able to make a nice transition there, back into side control.
Oh, this is where you don't want to be, though.
Poirier gets back up again. These are unofficial, but 61 total strikes and counting have now landed for Colby Covington. And the land percentage pretty good as well. 79% the accuracy rate thus far against Dustin Poirier. He's on the feet, his opponent in a lot of trouble now.
That was Cain Velasquez's punch of choice. Every time he landed that overhand right, he hurt people bad. And this guy has his opponent hurt very badly again.
All right, Rubber guard for him now, DC. We haven't seen you lean on this in the octagon.
No, I can't get those legs up there. Come on, man, look at these tree trunks. They don't go up around nobody's shoulders. I like to keep my... And now he has a headlock trying to pin his opponent's back down flat onto the mat. Look for him to transition to an arm triangle to try to chase the finish. Watch triangle, watch triangle. Oh, man, that was slick.
All right, we'll see how he chooses to defend here. Oh, seamless transition to half guard there.
Unbelievable how quickly he was able to slice that leg through to get to the half guard.
A lot of top pressure being applied here. Well, he's in a compromising spot here, DC. You got to figure out a way to get back to your feet. All right, that's the end of round number 2. All right, now we check out some of the action from that previous round, DC. How about the display of striking?
Just high level. I mean, you would think that we're watching a K1 level kickboxing match opposed to being in the UFC. Both displayed great technical skills, unbelievable striking.
You ready to fight? Ready. Good.
Good punch lands.
Well, he's always on the counterattack, but a nice leg kick there by Covington. Just missed with the left there. Whoa!
Oh, he's hurt bad. He's hurt bad, John. He's got to press it. He's got to go chase that finish down now.
All right, he's very comfortable fighting off his back, DC. Now looks like he's trying to hip escape.
Yeah, he's trying to hip escape or maybe look for a Kimura here.
Man, how fun is this to watch as he continues to dole out damage with the ground and pound?
Take it back to the days of guys like Mark Coleman, just beating people up in the ground and pound. This guy is a throwback fighter, and he's very fun to watch.
Yeah, the Godfather would be proud. Poirier's lower jaw now starting to show signs of swelling. Covington's got his back now. Let's see what he can do. Well, there are a few things more fun to watch in mixed martial arts than these type of transitions and scrambles on the ground.
High-level grappling can really be entertaining.
Covington gets caught by the elbow there. You know he's tough, but you just don't want to absorb too many more of those. All right, he's in a half-guard position here, DC, and in a good spot to dole out a lot of damage, I would think.
A lot of damage can be done from the half-guard. Double leg shot.
Oh, how about the slam there? That one cannot feel good. Working off of his back here. Looks like he may try to hip escape. Side control now, DC. A lot of options at his disposal from here. Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire. All right, so he's sort of turtled up here. Not great body language. Perhaps he's trying to bait him in a little bit. Well, pretty good effort so far, DC. 87 total strikes have landed for Colby Covington. And landing with 75% accuracy against Dustin Poirier. And both guys really throwing with authority.
Oh, wow,
Oh, beautiful counter there as he gains the side mount and try to get out of this guillotine by potentially attempting a Von Flue. Wow. Brilliant submission defense there. All right, right into side control here, DC. Biggest difference between half guard and side control?
Well, side control to me feels like a little bit less control because now my legs aren't really...
Covington's going for a choke here.
Oh, he's attacking choke now.
And he's out. I love watching this guy move on the ground. Another nice transition there.
Such a high-level grappler. You don't see that very often.
And that'll do it. 15 minutes in the books. All right, now we take a look back at some of the action in that previous round, DC. A lot to like on both sides, really.
I mean, both were intent on going forward. And what happens when nobody wants to take a step back? They meet in the middle. That's exactly what they did, and they both found success over the course of that round.
Come on, let's keep this together. Listen, you're down right now, but I need you to work.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Fourth round now, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. Oh, straight right. Now goes in and secures the takedown. Well, you see all the grappling repetitions here. Just beautiful movement, seamless transitions on the field.
Over and over, these guys are doing things that you see in every jiu-jitsu gym around the country.
All right, so inside the open guard of his opponent, you gotta be careful playing around for too long here on the ground with this guy. Poirier's lower jaw is extremely swollen now. While working pretty effectively from the top here. Nice ground and pound by Covington.
Big, powerful punch lands. Now he gets back to range.
DC, didn't take him long to find his range here tonight, huh?
His timing is on.
To get the head kick home, and now his opponent in a world of trouble.
Such a sneaky head kick. He did not recognize it was coming high, and now he's got him hurt bad.
Bottom fighter trying to control posture, unable to do so.
And now he's in a lot of danger. He's got to grab that head, or he's going to get blasted.
Lands the grounded pound strike here.
He's putting him in exactly the positions he needs to be in right now. He's able to relax here. And he understands, being a veteran of so many fights, that as long as he's on top, he's winning. He feels like he's winning here.
Solid strike on the ground. Covington's back in full mount. Just over 2 minutes to go. Covington's looking for an armbar here. He is no one-trick pony.
He's a tech armbar now. You got to recognize that when a guy starts to put his feet on your hips, you got to move him off, and you got to cover. You can't be off to an angle.
Now he's okay. Now he can escape.
Lands a strike now from the bottom. Nice work there by Covington. All right, half guard for him here, and a lot of offensive options, I would think, at his disposal.
Oh, he's got a ton of options. He has submission options, but I believe the safest option for him here is going to be to use his ground and pound. Build a base, posture up, throw big strikes, get back in position, build posture again, throw big strikes, and just really wear him down with a really secure...
Attempting an armbar here.
Attacking armbar.
Nicely done. All right, well, both fighters pretty comfortable on the ground, DC, but you got to be very careful hanging out here for too long if you're his opponent. Horn sounds for the end of round 4. All right, let's look back at some of the action, DC. Your good friend Mark Coleman, the godfather of the ground and pound, would be proud.
He'd be very proud. He'd be very proud with the way that he showed his ability to use his ground and pound. He didn't waste any action. He did everything he needed to do. He was able to posture. He was able to control wrist. He did everything perfectly in his approach in that ground and pound sequence.
All right, next round is underway. We will see if he can pick up where he left off, particularly when it comes to the ground and pound. That was vicious.
I mean, it was vicious. It was vicious. It was shades of Khabib Nurmagomedov versus Michael Johnson. Khabib Nurmagomedov versus Conor McGregor. Just able to get to a great posture, control the feet, and land.
Now his opponent's really on the ropes.
His opponent's on beat street. He's hurt so bad. I don't know what he's gonna do to stay in this fight. Big liver kick lands under the elbow.
Splits the guard, lands the right hand. Oh, he's got the knee on the belly. Could be trouble defensively. All right, well, he continues to manhandle him here on the ground. Now maybe trying to get to a choke position here, DC. Nice hammer fist. All right, so you got to be careful playing on the ground with this guy. You don't want to mess around for too long.
He's going to start trying to move to a submission here. It looks like he's trying to attack an arm triangle. Watch triangle, watch triangle.
Okay, stay tight. You gotta grab his wrist. Get your hands inside. Grab his wrist. Hey.
Oh, nice job using his, and he's out.
Get yourself.
Fighters back to their feet here. All right, single collar tie now.
When you're in the clinch, you can pull down on the head and land these beautiful punches to the head.
Oh!
What a fantastic strike to throw at the exact right moment. He deserves this moment. Go finish his fight. Oh, he got him hurt bad.
Man, this is some serious ground and pound here, DC. He's not just staying busy for the sake of staying busy. These strikes are doing damage.
Oh, yeah, no pity pat to this guy. This guy's trying to land, and he's trying to land effective strikes.
Poirier's going for an arm here.
Oh, man, that was slick.
Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire. All right, bottom fighter here, maybe looking to hip escape, DC.
Oh, you got to watch him attacking submissions. He throws the legs up to try to get a triangle choke here.
Watch triangle, watch triangle.
And he's out. All right, side control now. Well, he's in a compromising spot here, DC. You got to figure out a way to get back to your feet. Well, pretty good work off of the bottom here by Dustin Poirier. All right, so inside the open guard of his opponent. You got to be careful playing around for too long here on the ground with this guy. The final horn sounds.
Hey, stop.
Official decision now in. The buff has it.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. The judges score the contest 48-47, 49-46, and 48-47. For the winner by unanimous decision, Colby.